So why are there so few homes on the market for sale, and how can you as a buyer compete in this type of market? Hey everyone, I'm James Bowerman with the Real Creative Group, and this is your March 2021 real estate market update for Anne Arundel County. I want to talk about the state of the market, how competitive it is right now if you're looking to buy, why there are so few homes on the market. But first, let's take a look at the numbers real quick to see what those actually look like. In Anne Arundel County, we have 135 homes coming soon at this very moment. That's in the next 21 days or so. New inventory will be hitting the market. Active listings, we only have 515. So this is a dramatic decrease, more than 60% fewer homes than we saw on the market this time last year. And we're going to talk about what that means as a buyer. Under contract, 1,532 homes. It's a little bit of a decrease, but again, with so few homes on the market available to purchase, that's not too surprising. 677 homes sold in February of 2021. Again, this is a low number. We've seen fewer and fewer homes when typically we're seeing the numbers starting to go up this time of year. List to sold price ratio, again, not surprising with the supply and demand, we're at 100.4%, meaning if we're listing the home and we're getting about list price or a little bit over list price. And lastly, days on market, only 26 days. If you're a buyer and you're out there, you know this is probably a little high of an average. Typically, if a new home is coming on the market, it's priced right, it shows well, you're gonna have multiple offers and it's gonna go within the first few days that it's on the market. All right, that said, let's jump into this and talk a little bit about, why are there so few homes on the market? Well, it's a number of factors. First and foremost, we've been in a seller's market for the last 5+ years. Inventory has slowly been decreasing. We just happened to hit this perfect storm with COVID and also the really good interest rates. So when the pandemic hit, we saw a lot of people obviously not wanting to put their home on the market. We didn't want people coming into our homes. But the other thing too is that the interest rates got so low. Now the buying power was so high for these buyers looking to purchase homes. So what they could have purchased before, at a much higher interest rate, is now more affordable when the interest rate is lower, affecting their monthly payment. So as the homes appreciate in value, we're able to offset that a little bit as a buyer. Now, also because of what happened with COVID, a lot of people were reflecting back on their current lifestyle, their current home, their current environment, and realizing that they wanted different. They wanted to be outdoors. They wanted to have a workspace at home or more space in general. So that caused a lot of people to rethink and say, hey, I've got to get out of where I'm currently at and into something else. So that said, okay, inventory is really low. This is resonating across everyone who's talking about it. So how do we compete then with the inventory being really low? Well, I did a video on this before, so feel free to check out the YouTube channel or go check out my website at therealcreativegroup.com. But I'll touch on some of these things just to highlight what we're actually seeing out there. Working with buyers, working with sellers. When you have a listing, it's nice to have all these buyers come to you and be dealing with multiple offers. But as a buyer, it's extremely challenging. It can be really frustrating, really hard to keep a positive attitude if you're writing offers and losing and writing offers and losing and spinning your tires. So some of the things that we're seeing working obviously is offering more for the property. Concerns with that would be, is the property going to appraise? So now we're seeing more and more buyers being able to waive the appraisal. Now obviously this isn't going to work for everybody, but if you have the cash to put enough down with a conventional financing loan, or you have cash to make up the difference, that's a real good option. And we're seeing that really win out amongst buyers working with sellers when deciding who to go with. They don't want to run into a situation where they accept a high offer and the house doesn't appraise, and then they have to either reduce the price or put it back on the market. Other terms favorable to the seller. Can you move quickly? Can you sell quickly? Or you're working with a local lender, somebody with a relationship, but also can close in 3 weeks. If that's ideal to the seller, then that's going to be a better offer. A couple other options we're seeing with inspections. That's the other big hurdle to get through other than the appraisal. A lot of buyers are starting to waive inspections, or they're doing as is with inspections and the right to terminate. This creates a stronger offer than doing a home inspection and asking the seller to make a bunch of repairs. Okay, and one more option I've seen, and this helps to affect without increasing the purchase price, but it does increase the seller's net, and that's paying the seller's transfer and recordation taxes. So this can often be several $1,000s, but if the buyer is willing to pay that, obviously we're not asking for the seller to pay our closing costs as well. We're paying our closing costs, and now we're paying the seller's transfer and recordation taxes. This increases their overall net that they're walking away with, but again, it takes money to make this happen. So it's a very challenging market. I will say, if you are a buyer and you're out there looking, it's important to work with both someone who's local, that knows the area, that has relationships with agents in the area, being able to find off-market properties that are coming soon, and also working with the local lender. Again, the relationships are key, and someone who is local, available, able to move quickly in a lot of cases is gonna be in your best favor. So I hope this video was helpful for you. The market is challenging, but we're still doing deals on buying and selling. So please, if you have any questions or you're looking for some help, reach out, leave me a comment below, and I'll get back to you. Until then, thank you again so much for watching. Take care, and we'll see you again soon.